official visit Obi's house polling unit. 2 reportedly killed in Arachiku local government area of Abia State. Plus, demonstrators gather in Times Square to mark Ukraine war anniversary. Hello, this is News Live on Viewer Television. I am Patient Sidi. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission visited the home and polling unit of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. The officials, who came in an unmarked white Toyota Hiace bus, arrived at Obi's house, but the candidate was absent. They proceeded to Ama Tutu, where 2 polling unit 09019 at exactly 10:25 a.m. They, however, did not grant interviews to journalists, and no reason has been ascertained for the purpose of the visit. The leader of the EFCC team was seen having a chat with the members of INEC in the unit, urging them to call the Commission's helpline if they need help. Now, 2 people have reportedly been killed in Indiago community in Abam, Arachiku local government area of Abia State. It was reported that casualties occurred during the presidential and National Assembly polls holding in today. Reports have it that one of the victims, identified as Samuel Arunsi Eze, was said to have been beheaded by a political Turk known as Daniel Mba. According to an eyewitness report, one of these involved in the killing has been killed. A reporter with the Punch Benga was on Saturday afternoon arrested by a team of policemen near the residence of Governor Nyesom Wike in Rumiapo, Abia Apo local government area of the state. Benga, who was on election duty, was taking snapshots of a scene where policemen were arrested some youths at a polling unit when the operatives swooped on him. Without listening to him, the operatives attached to the sweep operations squad seized his phone, assaulted him, and bundled him into their van. He was beaten while in the van, even as they deleted several pictures he had previously taken, including those taken while he was being arrested. Operatives of the Nigerian Army on Saturday gunned down an unknown ballot thief at Ogege Road, Odaba polling unit in the Kina ward in Kogi State. Newsmen had earlier reported that voters in the area fled from the voting arena following the activities of political thugs who came in large numbers to destroy voting materials. The thugs, who appeared with machetes and guns, snatched ballot boxes, broke chairs, and dispersed voters. The presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, on Saturday said Nigerians will reward his hard work by voting for him as the next president. He said the hard work during the campaign than any other presidential candidate and will be rewarded by Nigerians with their vote. Tinubu said that while addressing journalists after casting his vote at the polling unit 085 Ward 3 Alausa Ikeja in Lagos State. He, however, enjoined Nigerians to remain respected Democrats throughout electioneering process. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has cast his vote successfully at his polling unit, Aija, Old 12 Ward in Jimeta Yola, Adamawa State, northeastern Nigeria. He arrived the polling unit in company of his wife, Titi Abubakar, by 9 a.m. local time. Thereafter, he cast his vote a minute after 9. Immediately after he voted, Atiku told journalists that he was optimistic that the 2023 general elections will favor him. The atmosphere of the polling unit around where Abubakar voted were calm and peaceful. When News Live returned, large turnout of voters has been recorded in LEA Primary School Kubwa polling units, which serve as registration area center for Kubwa ward. Details of these and more comes to you right after the break.
In this 21st century, where all the information we need is in the palm of our hands. News from around the world, entertainment, celebrity gossip, sports, and much more. The only thing that you need is the right source. Viewer TV is now on the go. Simply check us out on our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter for all the information you need.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How are you?
I'm at the Envoy Hotel, Diplomatic Drive 305, here for a business weekend. It's been an amazing stay. Conference hall and business facilities here are stylish and innovative. The Envoy Hotel is luxury, esoteric, opulence, for ultimate comfort.
Discerning travelers, we are more than just a place to stay. We are an icon of comfort, style, and thoughtful luxury. We are Envoy Hotel.
If you're just joining, this is News Live on Viewer Television. And now a recap of our top stories. EFCC official visit Obi's house polling unit. 2 reportedly killed in Arachuku local government area of Abia State. Plus, demonstrators gather in Times Square to mark Ukraine war anniversary. And a large turnout of voters have been recorded in LEA Primary School Kuba polling units, which serve as registration area center for Kuba Ward. Newsmen observed that earlier at 7, a large number of people, enthusiasts, voters, were seen trying to verify names on the voters list. Some officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission added that some election materials arrived since Friday. Reporters monitoring the election in Kuba observed that a team of security agencies, including the Nigerian Police Force, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nigeria Immigration Service, and the Federal Road Safety Corps were on ground to forestall any breakdown of the law and order. European Union observers' mission to the 2023 general elections acknowledged the large turnout of voters at the government secondary school zone 4, which has 3 polling units, its first point of observation. EU Chief Observer Barry Andrews said in the election day marks the important milestones in the democratic life of Nigeria. Andrews said the observer mission will brief Nigerians and the world on Monday after the elections.
Early April to complete our assessment of the overall election process here in Nigeria. Observers across the country, more than 100 observers across the country. Our long-term observers have been deployed since late January, and short-term observers during this week are at polling units throughout the country. We'll work together with the other election observation missions from the African Union, from ECOWAS and the Commonwealth Foundation. And in 2 days' time, on Monday, we will publish a preliminary statement, and that will contain our initial assessment of the election process, having regard to all of the issues that have arisen. Within 3 months after the election, we will produce a final report, and that will contain our conclusions and recommendations. So we're here for the long term, and our main goal today is to oversee, well, to see that there is a peaceful election here, that people have access and that they can exercise their vote.
As the Nigerian general elections continue to gather momentum, the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC, Bola Tinubu, made a grand entrance at his polling unit located in Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos. The renowned politician was accompanied by his wife Remi and was greeted with unbridled enthusiasm by his supporters who had eagerly awaited his arrival. Tinubu, who exuded an air of confidence and composure, was seen addressing his fervent supporters in a bid to calm their excitement. It was evident that the APC flag bearer had come well prepared to cast his vote at the polling unit, which was already buzzing with activity.
Organized, but welcomed by you. I want to let you know it is expected. We need a good turnout, and that is the adoption and commitment to democracy and the democratic process.
Taraba State Governor and candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) for Southern Taraba Senatorial District, Darius Ishaku, on Saturday called for extension of voting time in the state following late start of voting in some parts of the state. Governor Ishaku, who voted at his polling unit P004 in Takum at about 12:20 p.m., appealed to the Independent National Electoral Commission to extend the voting time in Taraba to enable voters in areas where electoral materials arrive late to exercise their franchise. Though he said it was too early to give assessment of the bimodal accreditation system technology deployed by INEC, he expressed hope that his party, the PDP, will win the presidential National Assembly elections in the constituency. The Bauchi State Governor Bala Ahmed and his wife Aisha arrived at the Bakin Duse 004 polling unit Yelwa Duguri in the Alkaleri local government area of the state, where they cast their vote. They cast their vote at exactly 11:20 a.m. Speaking to journalists shortly after voting, the governor expressed satisfaction with the maturity being exhibited by the electorate in the state. He applauded the Independent National Electoral Commission for the introduction of various reforms, especially the bimodal voters accreditation system. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has revealed that some of its officers disguised as electorate to apprehend politicians planning to engage in vote buying. The Assistant Commandant of the EFCC, Chinedu Ozuga, who led a team of the commission to the polling unit of Vice President Yemi Oshibanjo in Ikenne, Ogun State, said efforts are going to ensure perpetrators of vote buying are apprehended. He revealed that many EFCC operators are currently undercover in different polling units across Ogun State. He added that the commission will visit major polling units across the state in ensuring that people do not collect money to vote. You're still watching News Live on Viewer Television. International news comes to you right after the break. Do stay tuned.
Two souls came together. Two souls came together. They're not now. Fragrance, the new luxury fragrance for men and women.
And now on the international scene, Emmanuel Macron cuts the ribbon of the French Agriculture Show, and the gesture may well serve as the motto for the times ahead. As other European countries, France is in the middle of the drought. The French president declared the end of abundance of water and asked all stakeholders to participate in the effort to save the precious resource. To balance international competition, the French president also sent a message to Latin American countries. Emmanuel Macron says that a trade agreement between the European Union and Mercosur countries is not possible if they don't repeat the same environmental and sanitary rules as Europeans.
On a ces derniers jours transmis au Conseil d'État un décret pour mieux réutiliser les eaux usées. On doit mieux utiliser nos eaux, avoir moins de fuites, préserver justement les choses. On doit mettre en place des structures partout sur le territoire pour permettre ces rétentions collinaires, permettre aux agriculteurs de fonctionner. Et la nation a besoin de faire sur l'eau, comme on l'a fait sur l'énergie, une forme de plan de sobriété. C'est-à-dire qu'on doit tous, nous citoyens, industriels, services, collectivités locales, agriculteurs, faire attention à cette ressource qui devient rare. C'est ce que je disais en fin d'été, c'est la fin de l'abondance. Et donc il faut qu'on aille vers des comportements de sobriété dans nos pratiques.
Also, thousands of people took to the streets of Georgian capital on Friday in a show of support for Ukraine, 1 year after Russia launched its invasion of the country. Large crowds moved down Tbilisi's main thoroughfare, Rustaveli Avenue, carrying Ukrainian flags, pro-Ukrainian banners and anti-Putin signs. Some 30,000 demonstrators gathered outside Parliament for a rally held in solidarity with the Ukraine and in support of Georgia's EU membership. Crowds chanted "Glory to Ukraine" after Georgian and Ukraine anthems are sung at the demonstration. As Friday marks the first anniversary of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, a commemoration ceremony was held outside the Ukrainian embassy in London to pay tribute to the people of Ukraine who lost their lives due to the battle. Demonstrators marched following a memorial service in front of the St. Volodymyr statue, holding Ukraine's flags and banners reading "Save Ukraine's children, stop killing Ukrainians, stop kidnapping our children, and expel Russia from the UN," as well as photographs of the war. Many Christians, clergies also participated in the ceremony, where those who lost their lives in the war were remembered. Prayers were offered and hymns were sung. In a speech, Vadim Steko, the Ukrainian ambassador in London, thanked all the nations that supported his country in its fight against Russia and said the West now realizes the threat posed by Russia. And that's all on News Live, but before we go, a recap of the headlines. EFCC official visit Obi's house polling unit. 2 reportedly killed in Arochukwu local government area of Abia State. Plus, demonstrators gather in Times Square to mark Ukraine war anniversary. Many thanks for watching. I am Patient City. Please stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.